from the Mill Creek Senior Center. For this craft, we're going to be making some customized gift bags. And in your kit, you should have received a glue stick, some strips of paper, similar to that, some ribbons, several sets of ribbons for your different bags, and which we'll be using for the handles. And you should have several sets of pictures. And your pictures should go together as a theme, sort of match up. And in some of the kits, you'll actually have two identical pictures, which is lovely because then your bag will be the same on both sides. So I have a set here of animal pictures, I have a set of flower pictures, and I have this set of Hawaiian pictures. And this is what I've chosen to do the bag to demonstrate for you today. What you're going to do with your set of pictures is you're going to lay them on the table facing up, one on top of the other, and then you're going to flip it over, and at the top of the picture you want to fold down about an inch, and this will be the top tab where your handles will go through. And with this being a calendar, it's kind of nice because I just follow the line here and fold it down there. Then you're going to fold another tab on the side, and it really doesn't matter which side. I guess you can look at your picture and decide, okay, which side am I going to fold on the larger side that I'll lose part of that picture to the side, and you can decide that way. It could be either the small tab could be either on the left or the right, depending on the picture that you're working with. So on this one, I'm going to just fold down on this right side here, and again, I'm following this line right here. And this tab is just a tab. That's all I need there, just enough to be able to put my glue on to adhere it to the other side of the bag. And then on this, however far you fold over on the opposite side will determine how wide your bag is inside. And on this one, I decided, I'm just going to fold this. This looked about the amount I wanted, and I follow this line along here. So then I'll take these apart to be able to make my bag. And I kind of jumped the gun there. Well, no, I didn't. The next thing we're going to do is, you can see that I've already punched the holes here to put the handles through. You won't want to take it apart for that, so I guess it did go down a little bit. And what I did is I measured in from the sides. Put this back together. I just did 3.5 inches from this side, 3.5 from that side, and punched my holes. You want to make sure you put the hole punches in this tab because that makes it more secure. Depending on the size of the picture you're working with, you may want to adjust that amount. Depending on, if it's a smaller one, then you may not want to come in 3.5 inches. And this is where our handles will go through. And on this one, I'm going to be using these strips of paper to hold the handles down. But if you don't have a hole punch, you could simply just staple the handles in place. So what we're going to do, thank you, is I'm just going to fold the ribbon like this so I can get it through the hole. And I'll do that on both sides of the bag. And then I will take my glue stick and I'm going to glue the ribbon down here. And on the glue stick, you want to make sure that you use an adequate amount of glue. You don't need to be skimpy on it. And then you're going to want to really seal it down. Press it with your fingers to get it to hold. And we're going to put glue here. Press it down. And then we're going to take one of the strips of paper and we're going to glue it across this way. And that gives our inside of our bag a nice finished look, and we don't see the edges of the handles hanging down. So we want to make sure we use quite a bit of glue so that'll have a good seal on it. and then really press it down with our fingers, whoops, to get that to hold in place. And seal it, get a good seal on it. And if you find you missed a little corner, which I did there, we'll just put a little glue down there and come back and catch that. So that'll hold. And then, in the essence of time, I'm not going to do the other handle, but it would be done the exact same way. I want to show you how to put the bag together. What we're going to do then is we're going to take, this will be the back of the bag, and we're going to be putting it together like this. So the very first thing we want to do is put glue on the tab of this one. And then when we put it together, we want to make sure that we tuck this under that upper tab. That just makes it seal better. And then we want to make sure that we get this edge right up on the fold line. And then we want to seal it, press down really well, that's sealed. And then we'll go around and do the other side. Same thing, just the other side. Get plenty of glue on your tab here. Oops. And then tuck it under this top tab. Line it up with the fold on the side. And you can lay it down and press it. Get the good seal on it. And then the next thing we want to do is we're going to take these two edges and fold so that the bag can be folded to store it. And then run that crease through there. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Take this corner, match them up. And press that crease in there with your fingers. And the final thing that we need to do then is to do the bottom of our bag. Very last thing. What you'll need to do is fold this up. And you kind of estimate based on how wide your bag is as to how far you're going to fold. You're going to need at least, more than half of this. You're going to probably about that much. I'm going to fold it up about that much. So I've got some to cross over to glue onto. So I'm going to measure that with my finger. That looks about right. Maybe what I can do is line it up with the horizon line of the ocean there. So I can kind of get a straight fold. And that, you'll need to put a little effort into that because you're going through quite a few layers of paper and get your fold line there. And this is a guideline. So now when you open this back up, what you're going to do is you'll take a pair of scissors and we're going to cut on each corner so that we can fold the bottom and glue it to finish off our bag. So we want to cut up on each corner to where this fold line is that we just did. Just come up to that fold line and stop. thing that we want to do then. We've got our fold line here. Just fold that outside, the side of the bag, fold those tabs in. And then we're going to put glue, cover that with the glue. And then we're going to fold the bottoms up like this. And the best way to get that to seal is to stick your hands inside. If this fold comes down this way. I had the crease on the opposite direction, so I need to recrease it. And then we're going to, this is the final, seal that in there. And then we can tuck a little bit of glue along here. Maybe I shouldn't say a little bit, a good amount. We want it to hold. And if you missed anything, you can go back and get that. Hand inside and finish that seal off. And there you have a nice customized gift bag. This would be perfect if you have someone who loves the islands and the warm weather and the sand, to put a gift in that for them. Thank you so much for doing the craft, and if you have any questions, contact the Senior Center and they can get you in touch with me, and I'd be happy to help any way that I can. Bye-bye.